I wonder what I'll paint today.
Alrighty, happy people. We are getting everything situated. Everything's looking good. My headphones are back to normal. I don't know if y'all noticed, but earlier this week, while I've been playing, I noticed my headphones sounded a little off. I don't know why. Well, let me rephrase that. I do know why now, but earlier I didn't know why. And it was because apparently it just stopped taking in updates. I don't know why, but my headphones straight up was just like, no, I don't want this new update. Even though I'm clicking, hey, give me update, it wouldn't. And I'm guessing because it wasn't updating, a lot of my settings were starting to conflict with the actual headphones itself. I somehow got to do it today. I don't know how. I basically forced it almost. But hopefully that's all good to go. We'll just have to see as the stream plays out. So let me grab my controller and bring this down and we can get started. What's up, everybody? My name's Amanda Plays 93 and welcome back to the fabulous and wonderful episode of Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, if you weren't here for the past couple of days, ever since the new Hercules update, we have been going pretty crazy with Hercules to the extent that we're finally done with Hercules and Phil. So today is going to be our per-usual decorating, but we're not necessarily going to pick a section to decorate because my main goal today is to focus on the actual picture for this week's Dream Snap challenge because I haven't done it yet. I've been so preoccupied with the Hercules, I just haven't had time to sit down and do it. So I figured this would also be a great time to go ahead and move over to Storybook since now we're actually like officially done with, God, what's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Wish Blossom Ranch. There it is. God, you'd think I would know this name by now, especially since, you know, I've been over there for what, the last 3 or 4 months now? Something like that. But first, let me go to my house, grab some foodies. And drop some stuff off. And let me also check on this as well. I feel like I probably just need to add more presents around. Yeah, I'll do that. Because this area is technically almost done. That's the only little section we have left to do over here. Because everything else is looking, you know, pretty good. I'm not going to deny that. Oh, thank you. Oh, Mickey, I don't think I need you anymore, buddy. Damn, I was trying to tell Mickey goodbye, not leave my house. Actually, you know what? I could just grab from my chest. I don't know why I didn't think about that to begin with. Maybe Nikki. You can definitely tell what I've been playing before Dreamlight. Maybe Mickey was doing me a favor.
My neighbors are great.
Oh, I still have some of this. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and transfer a lot of that over. Yeah, I didn't realize I still had a couple of those Arendelle herring jars left over. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put a couple of these presents down. Yeah, big thing. No, I don't want a blocking. I fine. I like that, but again, I don't want it blocking. Yeah, that's not gonna fit over there. Ooh, what about over here? Okay. Yeah, just sprinkle a bunch of these around. The only thing that's really missing over here is the pizzazz factor, you know? Everything else is looking great and peachy. Not the perfect and not like the bestest, but I'm satisfied with it enough. Because it gives basically the kind of vibe I wanted, which was like a Christmas, being that this is the Christmas Haunted Mansion. Oh, where's that Jack Skellington board? I think that would be also really cute over here, too. Are you kidding me? I can't. The whole time. Sorry, Sally Field just popped in my head right there. Just like, I can't. That is a little disappointing. That's fine. We could just fix it like this. That's a tad bit disappointing. I can't put that underneath here. All right, stick that there. Now, I gotta have a few more of the basic white ones, not just the green ones, right? Now I got a couple of these blue ones. I guess I am out of the white ones. Huh. Yeah, about right there. And then let's throw one here. There we go. Now that's the bit of the pizzazz factor I was looking for. Yeah, that definitely fills out the area, makes it look a little bit more lively, you know? And I don't think this gat's such a big deal, to be frank. Well, unless, can I? Oh, wait, no, I can't because of the beam. Never mind. Yeah, I think it'll be alright. This looks good. This looks good. I'm satisfied with this. Very satisfied with that. Okay. Now there was lights. Gotta get rid of that. Oh, there we go. A little bit smaller. Let me see. Let me see. Where are my green rugs? Well, hello there. Else, how's you doing? How's you doing? Hope all is well with you on this beautiful Friday. Having a good time on the stream. We just got started. I'm just doing something real quick before we move over to the storybook to work on the Hercules thing for my dream snap. I'm just trying to add a bit of that pizzazz factor. I feel like a little bit of a gap would do us. I don't know. What about this other rug? It may be a bit too big. Oh yeah, a bit too big. Now, right across like that's not too terribly bad. Of course, let's bring this over a bit. Okay, that's not too bad. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah. I can concur on that. It's very hard because you're very limited on what you got, and also you're trying to slowly build everything up, so it takes time. It really does take time. But with a lot of the basic, furniture and stuff, it does give you kind of an idea of where you may want to go. Like, case in point, like Light to Trust real quick. I got a little thing over here that's like your perfect example for this. Now, case in point, one of the easiest things you can make is a stage production area because we're given so many of these different types of stages. Now, this one, I do believe I picked up from a star path, but you have, stuff like this. You have your basic one that I think you could create for Wally, the basic iron one. And then, of course, you got, your big screen here as well. So yeah, it gives you like a general basic idea of at least where you may want to go. And then as, you slowly start getting more furniture and stuff, you can always swap that boring crap out and put in like the cooler stuff. Like this one, because at some point I'm going to redecorate all of this. It's just going to take me some time. But at some point I'm going to change this little theater here to be the drive-in since we had all that drive-in stuff from the Star Path a couple of months back with the Mickey drive-in. Oh god, what was it called? Oh god, which one was that called? Hang on. Now I'm stumped. The retro road trip, that one. Great stuff on that. But that's generally like the basic idea I like to do when it comes to, decorating is getting like a general gist of, okay, what do I want here? Do I want a theater? Do I want houses? Do I want a park? Do I want this or that? And then I try to go from there. Now, sometimes my vision does not come into fruition. I will not deny that. There's been a lot of times where I've done a build after like 45 minutes, looked at it and went, ugh, hate it. Start over because it's just not working for me.
Never forget.
But it takes time. It takes time. So hopefully I can give you some ideas to help you out. Granted, though, this little area I'm working on now is probably not the best, being that this is a lot of, like, Star Path spooky stuff. Well, actually, no, I take that back, because you can get some pretty nice free stuff, especially if you are big into Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a lot of decent pieces, especially if you're, like, in the Jack's house. I'm trying to remember what was all part of Jack's actual quest line and what was in the Star Path that particular time. Crap, I can't remember. I want to say like the Christmas tree and the chalkboard and all that. Yeah, that could come in handy. But yeah, you could do something like very basic here, especially in the Forgotten Lands, because there's not really much you could do in the Forgotten Lands, but it sucks so bad because it's so small. That's why I wound up moving my entire spooky village over here to the Forest of Valor, because it was a lot bigger. And a lot more room to stretch out my legs for this. But I digress. I think I am done over here, because this was literally the only thing I really needed to do, was just add the last little bit of detail here. I'm pretty satisfied with how everything else has turned out. Like, super duper cute. Got my little witch's house.
This valley is the most amazing place I've ever
Ariel, I'm glad you're over here. I don't know why. When I was working on over here the other day, Hades just kept hanging around like he was concocting a plan or some bullshit. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but even I was getting concerned. Alright, wonderful though. I feel good about this. I'll probably do a little, like, double check after the stream just to make sure, but I feel pretty confident. Now, the reason why I'm not really showing it off just yet is because I want to wait till I get the rest of the valley actually complete and do a full valley tour. Because to be frank, I wasn't even planning on doing that in particular. What had happened was about 2 weeks ago, after I finished something, I think it was literally right after I finished Storybook, I was just like, all right, let me start moving stuff around so I can start being prepared for everything and, you know, just kind of go from there. And I made a mistake of starting that thinking it was just a simple move job. No, it was not.
I think living here is a marvelous opportunity.
Oh, the plaza with the pink trees. That's actually a really great idea. I mean, we do have so many beautiful pink cherry blossom trees that we can get ever since the Mulan update. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I really am disappointed that I still can't afford that cherry blossom star path thing where it changes your entire plaza to be pink. That is gorgeous, but I can't afford that right now.
I hope my time here brings honor to my family.
Alright, nothing else here, but we got a nice new door. Which I know I didn't show it on the stream, but when I walked into the initial store in the valley itself, I did pick up a couple of new outfit pieces. That was about it on that end. And so far, they've been on point with every Scrooge store since the update on Wednesday has been completely different. I have noticed that, and I'm very happy about that. What I'm not happy, though, is that bug came back. The infamous dot bug. And luckily, I caught it early, so I was able to fix it pronto. And what was basically making it... Oh, God. Don't tell me it's back. Okay, whew. Pulling at the walls. No, I was having an issue with utilities. Apparently, there was something I crafted, put down. It was some kind of flame torch or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember putting it down. If I did, I should have picked it back up. But I guess I didn't. I don't know. Point is, it was telling me, oh, you have something when I didn't. So I was able to at least catch that by the one in the shop, and it took away the dot. So be prepared, guys. That dot glitch is still persisting. Oh, we can buy this. That's nice. That's lovely. Okay, and then move over one more. And hopefully we got something new in that shop. Man, I haven't been this excited to go in the Scrooge's shop in a good minute. Because usually the man lies. I have new wears and tears every day. No, you don't, Scrooge. No, you don't. Not when I'm not lying. But now he's not a liar. Now he's telling the truth. I do have new wears and tears every day. Let's see how long this lasts, though. I give it a week. I give it a week before I buy everything that is necessary for the Hercules update. Ah. Alrighty.
Gee, there's some mean old birds around here.
I see you met Melzagothel too, Oswald. Fair enough. Ooh.
Good day, dear.
Oh yeah, well I'm thinking of like the cool Hercules furniture. So y'all remember that really cool bathtub I was pointing out in Hercules' house yesterday? You could buy it. You can buy it. Hang on a second, because I bought it. That was one of the things I bought in the other shop I totally forgot about. It wasn't just the outfits, it was this other thing. Hang on a second, let me just get logged in. Here it is. Yeah, this big old thing. You can actually get it. That's cool. I was looking at that the entire time like, I wish I could. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the thing I was missing. I don't know why. Like, I don't remember putting it down anywhere. Oh, wait. No, I do remember putting it down. But I thought I picked it back up. I thought I did. Oh, well. Okay. And I'm trying to remember what I did with it. Because it's either a Storybook or it's here at the Valley. And the reason why I say maybe in Storybook is remember we were over there yesterday messing with Alice. I don't think it's there. Oh yeah, and guys, so we have a new development, by the way, with this. So you know how generally we would have this, and after like 24 hours, it would rotate out, and granted, it would be something we did but never could collect on. So I did this one Wednesday, and it's still here. That's a problem. That's a problem in the future. That's a problem happening now. And I can't get rid of it. It won't let me get rid of it. I'll try maybe re-rolling to see if maybe if I refresh, it would be like the full page. But I got a feeling when I re-roll, it's just the one individual ones at a time. But yeah, that is definitely a problem. I need to talk to Game Love and explain that this situation has gotten worse, not better. You did not fix it. You actually made it worse. Because initially it was, like I said, you would do it. It will just like, it wouldn't even accept. Like you would just do this, nothing would happen. 24 hours later, it would disappear and be like, all right, I guess I did something for free. Now it's, you do it, you click on it, and it doesn't go away. That's bad. Hey, Willie. How's it going, man? You came at a good time. I'm talking about a bug that actually got worse in this update. And it is the collecting of the Dreamlight. Apparently, instead of disappearing after 24 hours, it's just going to stay there. I don't know for how long, but I had this issue because I did this one, I want to say Wednesday. Here it is Friday. Friday. It's still here. And I can't get rid of it. I don't know why. But let me check some stuff real quick because I want to do a few more little Star Path stuff because I was literally doing that right before the stream, right beforehand. That's why I was over here chilling, just kind of standing here.
How's it going?
All right. Wait, how much spinach do I need to sell? That's only 38. Okay, just 15. Oh no, wow, I was thinking 50.
Hey there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Just PS users getting affected. But again, this has been an issue for like months now, where it's just, it won't collect and after 24 hours it's gone away. I saw in the past note where they say that they were trying to work on it, but it looks like they unintentionally made it worse, accidentally.
Ooh.
Alright, grab that. Alright, should be able to harvest this now. No, not that. Alright. And that should take care of that. And let me grab Donald if he's at the restaurant. Okay, let me grab him and then we'll go decorate. We can knock 2 birds out with 1 stone. Alright. Restaurant. Had to double check on that. Sometimes it does that. To be honest, I don't know why it does that, but I've had that happen, especially if I need to shut down the application because it crashes out or something. It basically, I think all you gotta do is save to your cloud or whatever, and it should connect right back. To be honest, like I said, I don't know why that happens. I've had that happen a few times myself. All right, come on, Donald. Well, Willie, you're lucky on this one. You're lucky, because I've had this issue for months now. For months. I'm going to be honest. I have a bunch of video evidence to prove this. Like, this ain't even me talking out my ass. This is like, for real, for real. Like, I got a bunch of evidence to prove that this bug has been persistent. Because this bug and the cluster bug, when you go into the store and they're all bunched together, are the 2 biggest bugs I complain about constantly. Like I said, initially they were supposed to fix it because I did see that in the patch note, but it looks like that it made it worse on the PlayStation. So we'll give them another try on this. Alrighty, so we are here to do a dream snap. Now, one of the first things I want to do, because if I remember correctly, when it comes to our dream snap, probably grab Hercules. I feel like glowing Hercules will look real good, because I'm thinking Pegasus, glowing Hercules, maybe a Medusa thing. Oh, or maybe I can get Hercules and Pegasus, and then we get Hades, and then we can have like or, hear me out, hear me out. I can get the glowing Hercules. I could dress like Megara, and we can recreate that scene at the end of Hercules. Hot damn, I think that might be it. Oh, wait, gotta go. Oh, here, characters. Scroll down. Okay. Now, if I want to recreate that scene, first of all, I'm going to need Megara's outfit. I'm gonna definitely have to bring Hercules' house over, but that was always a given. Alright, sandals. Do we have sandals without the socks? Where are our sandals without the socks? No, not those. The other ones. Those. I think those would do us. No, the one with the orange. Okay, we're not gonna need the horns, as much as I love the horns. Now we need a ponytail. Because remember, Megara had the high ponytail. Now, where's that high ponytail hairdo? I know we have one. Ah, there it is. It's not exactly like Megara's hair, but it's close enough. Need to change the color. Because she was a brunette. Alright. Kind of like the lighter one. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so
I just
where do we want to put the houses? Because my choices are literally here. Which, of course, you know, I can finish removing all of this. And then here. To be frank, I think here may be better because we can get a better look at Olympus from here. Do I have a vacuum? Yes, I do. Okay. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Jesus. Accidentally double clicked that. Forgot about that preset. Alright, gotta clean up all these tables. Yeah, this was a very cute idea with a Greek-inspired restaurant. Hey, wait a minute now. Oh, they did it! They did it! They fixed the graphical glitches! The table looks beautiful again! That's why I said, wait a minute now. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful! Doesn't look like PS2 graphics at all! That's great, that's great. Oh man, I've been complaining about that for a while too. See, this is what I was saying the other day about they listen, but they don't. Like, it takes them a minute. It really does take them a minute to get with it. You know, it's got to be taken care of. Because I've been complaining for months that these tables, especially the ones I'm looking at right now, looked horrible after one of the updates. There were several pieces of furniture like that, which just it looks so horrible. Oh, actually, you know what? Real quick. While I'm thinking of looks so horrible, I'm gonna go check something out real quick. So now that I'm seeing that graphics are different, I want to see what some of the buckets look like. Because a lot of the popcorn buckets and of course the rides were starting to look very, very bad. And it was giving me the idea, the impression that they were doing it on purpose because, oh, we want y'all to switch to the PlayStation Pro because the PlayStation Pro is coming out. And don't get me wrong, there are companies that do that shit where they purposely will dumb stuff down. Looking at you, cell phone companies. I don't want to just call out one individual, but a lot of these cell phone companies will purposely start dumbing down your device so you need to upgrade. That's not a secret. That's a fact. Wow, the glow on that looks great too. Okay. It still looks bad. Don't get me wrong, it still looks bad, but not as bad as it did beforehand. Like, it's still pretty, pixelated, but it looks more like PS3 graphics now. Well, we got a little bit more of the detail, but it's still kind of like fuzzied out. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, that looks bad. I think that actually got worse. Can't really tell if that's gotten better or gotten worse. I think it's about the same, actually. All right, that doesn't look too bad either because Bing Bong was trying to look a little wonky. Okay. So they have been attempting to fix a lot of the glitches, or not even glitches, but graphical issues. Okay. I see what you're doing, Game Loft. I see what you're doing. I can appreciate that. I really can. Like, I know it sounds sarcastic as hell, but I really can because, again, that's something I've been complaining about for a while. It's just like the graphics are starting to dumb down on certain things. They're not looking all that grand, which also reminds me, let me look at that Inside Out thing with the memory orbs. Let me look at that as well. Oh, spend time with Donald. Appreciate that, man. Because that would definitely be the thing to compare the most. That Inside Out thing that we had. And it's not popping up as Inside Out. Damn. Oh, God. I don't remember where we got it at. You know what? I'll look for it while I'm doing the setup for the picture. But for now, let's go back. Sorry, I got distracted. I just needed to check about the graphic thing because, again, the tables look great. Like, I haven't seen the tables look this great in a couple of months. I know. Amanda, stop talking about a freaking table, all right? It's a table. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a table. No, you have no idea. I will say, though, things are looking fantastic. I am not going to deny that. Like, this has been one of their better updates. They fixed a lot of issues. There's still some bugs and shit persisting, as we've seen throughout the last couple of days. Which, again, it's just going to take some time. But I am glad to see that they're actually listening to us, especially about a lot of the graphical stuff and some of the other things that, just been really bothering some. And again, I'm still a little annoyed about, just the thing from the actual valley itself just not cooperating. But again, I see where in the patch notes they attempted to fix it. And yeah, they try and made it worse accidentally. I'm assuming they're probably going to at least really work on that. And maybe in the next update, they'll get it fixed. That's what I'm hoping, at least. I may just stop bitching about it for a little while. Maybe in the magical word of the day. Alright, at least we can get a lot of the shenanigans on the table. Alright, that's about as much as I could put on there, which is not too bad. I just needed it out of my way. And then we'll just put the rest up here. I do like this group deletion. It works so well. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and bring over Hercules Villa. Yes, please. We're gonna need that there. Okay, let's see what freaking Spire stuff we got. Oh man, that's really, really big. I was not expecting it to be that big. Okay. Now, I gotta have a few more Greek things around. I know I have another of those portal souls, or wells of souls. That was it. I know I have a bit of that. I think like 2. 'Cause I was trying to figure out if I could use one yesterday or the day before yesterday in the new Halloween town I was building. All right. What else do we got? Oh, the fountain, of course. Another pillar. All right, so we got a lot of like really cool Greek stuff to work with, whether it be some of the stuff we got from this update or from Hades. We got some really good stuff. Of course, that and one of these. Yeah, of course, the jugs are always really nice, especially for some filler. Okay, where's our well of souls? As also, I haven't seen the inside out thing either, but not really necessarily looking for that per se. Like, I'm looking for it, but I'm not like, analyzing every freaking frame here. Here's the well of souls that I was looking for. Okay, and the rest of this is all like indoor stuff. Quite disappointing that that's indoors. I found it disappointing that a lot of this stuff is indoors only. Okay. Let me back out and make sure all my stuff is here. Because we've had that happen before. Backed out after putting all our stuff down. All of it's just gone. Like, you son of a bitch. Alrighty. Real quick. Donald, I don't need you anymore. Now, I need both Hades and Hercules here. And unfortunately, Hercules is at his house. Or not. Alright, Phil is at the store. Maybe Herc is there too?
The villagers here are very kind.
Ah, yes, Hercules is here.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Alrighty. Come with me, Herc. And of course, we're gonna need Hades at some point, but Hades should hopefully pop up in my listing. I may have to move Eve's house because, let's be frank, her house clashes with what I'm trying to do. Same thing with Wally. Right, they're not staying over here either. I'm gonna remove them. Their whole place is moving with them, but I don't know where I want to put them just yet. I'm thinking of Eternity Island back there again. Put them and Naboo up at the ancient ruins for kind of an alien thing. I feel like that may be cute. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, cool. I can still do it. Here, I can't get Herc's right behind me. Okay. And available villagers. Where is Hades? I say Hades should be here. Oh, he's at home washing his tights. Of course he is. Okay, and what if I stop hanging out with Wonder Boy?
Hey, if the village ever needs rescuing, I'm your hero.
Alright, then he'll pop up. Alright. Ah! Uh, Alright, let's hang out then. Let me go here. See if maybe I can get Hades to show up. Oh, you just got Remy. Fantastic. Remy's adorable. I've always loved Remy, to be honest. He was one of my favorites growing up. Not like the favorite now, but me and my grandmother did go see that movie together when I was younger. She enjoyed it. Granted, she wasn't really big into a lot of like Disney movies at the time, but she enjoyed that one because it was the chef stuff. She loved the chef stuff. All right, head over here. And the reason why is because I did hear Mr. Star in the Sky. I think it was either Soro. I watched both of them back to back just about. But they were explaining that they were having some issues over at Storybook Vale with placing some of the characters. And I just tried to test that out with Hercules and he wasn't popping up. So let me see if it'll work. Okay, so it'll work here. But you notice when I was doing it at Storybook Vale, nothing was popping up like the characters. It was just me standing there and Herc wasn't moving. Okay, so if... Alright, Herc. My main fear is going inside, grabbing Hades, and then coming back, and then Hercules gonna be back at his house. And you're actually in your house for once. Can you come out, sir? I need you. The world needs you now. We need a villain. We need a proper villain. Alright, I got an idea. So we'll stop hanging out with Hercules. Go, hey, Hades, let's hang out.
Hero? You made it. Shocking. Good. So here's the deal. Yes!
Alright, pretend we're interested in the conversation. Alright, now let's grab Hercules again. Let me see if I tricked his AI. Damn it, I was hoping I would trick his AI. Alright, we'll do it this way. I usually don't like having the heroes here because this is the villain area.
I've been looking everywhere for you.
Alright, and then let's walk out. And let me guess, Hercules went back home.
Oh, yeah,
Hades, this is some BS, man.
Nice talking to you.
Alright, let me just go get Herc. Hades is not necessary, but Hercules is for the DreamSnap idea I want. If I can't get Hades in, that fine. I will use my Pegasus horse and shit like that. Okay, so back to Storybook then. Ah, that just sucked. They won't work together. They both conveniently want to be at home who lives in two different areas of my valley. Alright, what I about to say, what I do with your house? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's not at his house, which means he's at the store. Yep, oh my god. Nobody wants to cooperate with me today. Excuse me. Alright, so we're gonna have to scratch the idea with Hades because again, right now they're not cooperating.
Sometimes a dream has to wait, but that doesn't mean it won't come true.
Come on. There we go. No, ah! No, I don't want to buy it.
Thank you kindly.
Come on, Wonder Boy. Alright, so we'll just recreate maybe them going up to Olympus. How about that? That's the best I could do at this moment. Oh. Hades, I saw you, you little slimy devil. Little slimy prick. And I'm willing to bet if I try. Let's try it one more time. Oh, hey, he's not even popping up on the listing. But, yeah, let's say choose placement. Yeah, see, he's there, but it's not letting me necessarily choose the placement. Yeah, alright. Looks like it's going to be you, me, and Pegasus on this one. Because I really do want the picture here, because it'll fit the best here. Alright, so let's move this. Alright, I don't think we're going to need this either, but I do want to do some stuff with that. Thinking like a spa because again, I have ideas already like what I want to do here. Main thing is right here. This is where the games are gonna be, and I literally mean the games, like the actual like Olympic games or you know whatever. So that'd be really cool here, and then maybe, or maybe we could have the games here and have the other place. Basically, the idea is I want games. I want a place for Hercules. Maybe a little nod to, you know, Hades, since Hades actually has his own place. Fortunately, I'm a little like, I don't know, kind of things to do with a majority of this, being that I know Mulan and Naboo are moving. Mulan, I don't know. I kind of want to move her back to the Sunlit Plateau. But I'm not 100% sure because it's either that or move her with the Disney princesses. But I figured with the Disney princesses, I'm definitely gonna have to go through my listing and see who I have, 'cause I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so let's... get a general idea. None of the pillars are big enough for this, okay. This one, though, works just fine. So I haven't really got like a detailed look at this one before. Nice, Bill. Nice. Alrighty, so... I don't know if I necessarily want this either. Yeah, swipe that there. Let me grab... what is it? What is it? Here it is. Oops, did not mean to back out that far. Alright, that's fine for now. Let me move this over here. There we go. Oh, I think I need to bring that. No? Oh, oh, that's nice. It goes right underneath. I love that. That is lovely. Now, I know I can't get in there, but I'm not worried about getting in there. Oh, it's not fencing. Because again, this is just going to be made for the DreamSnap itself. So I'll probably rotate it because I initially think this will all look really, really good over here going up to Mount Olympus. But because Mount Olympus is so far up, this angle back here would be so much better to get that that look I'm going for. So hopefully with the group thing, I can just pick it all up and then just move it over there. But I mean, it's been working out pretty well so far. I'm not really feeling this color, to be frank. Yeah, something like that. Okay. that there. We'll put some like bushes and stuff. Another thing that would just look cool over here. I think this one. All right, throw all these this away. Don't need that. I think that's a bit much. Take that away. Same thing with this. Same thing with this. Okay. Wish I could get that a little bit closer, but won't let me. Alright, grab this one, bring it forward. May have to move the actual feet and fountain over just a bit. Right there should do us. Okay, we're not gonna need Hades' DJ booth. Alright, let me stick those over here, because I have an idea for them. Like, ah! No, that's not working. What am I doing differently? It's just the placement in general. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, let me grab all the like the pillars. You beat this one. Okay. Because if I could just get some of the villagers just to spawn in, they don't have to be perfect, but just get them to spawn in with me and her, that would actually make the scene look a little bit more livelier. Now, we'll go with my favorite bushes. And my favorite little trees, which should be... yeah, one of these. That one. Nah. Ah, here we go. And a little bitty bush. Alrighty. A little bit back there. There, and then let's move this over, because again, I don't know how much of all of this I'm gonna be able to use, but it's better to kind of have a full scene laid out instead of, you know, oh, I'm only gonna do this little bitty area, and then you realize the way your camera angle's at, or some, you know, some kind of craziness starts happening, and it doesn't quite fill out the page like you want. It's always better to have more, because you could take away that. Like, you can always zoom in, readjust, always take away. But it's a pain in the ass to add more on. Usually I don't really create a lot of scenes for my dreams now. You know, usually I'd go to an area, pick that's already decorated, and go from there. But being that I don't really have, you know, this area decorated at all, we're just gonna have to go this way. All right. I'll make sure the measurements for this is somewhat decent. All right, and I'm gonna need probably my gravel. Being that we're somewhat recreating that scene from when Hercules and Megara fly up to Mount Olympus, we're gonna need it kind of look like Thebes. Only reason why I'm doing this is just simply because Hades is not cooperating. And also on top of that, we're having that issue where the characters aren't wanting to spawn in, at least over here. And I thought initially doing it at Storybook in front of Hades' house, but his little house is so small and it's just not a lot of pizazziness. Granted, in a whole, when you're looking at it, it's pretty cool because, you know, we were seeing the neighborhood villains and shit like that. But as a scene, I don't think it really has that much pizzazz factor. And I could have added that, but then again, we're going to deal with that issue with Hercules and all that fun jazz. Dear Game Loft, quality of life update request. Fill-in option. Sincerely, a player who is tired of clicking like this to fill in a pathway. Okay, my measurements weren't too bad, actually. There we go. Let me bring in this just a bit. There we go. I feel like we got this fountain. We really don't need this one. Let me grab that fencing. Yeah, I like that now. I don't think we necessarily need these either. Here. Put one there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so not too terribly bad. Let me grab this. Yeah, bring that back a bit. There we go. All right, let me grab fencing. do it just like that. Now I'm a little worried about this just kind of like being out in the middle here. Okay, let me bring this forward, because we're gonna need some of these. There we go. Maybe scoot that over a bit. Grab this one. Actually, go ahead and take that away. Yeah, I don't think I can bring that over any more than I already have. There we go. All right, give it a little extra texture. All right, we're also gonna need these to be filler. They have a different color besides yellow. Yeah, these little bushes here are always great filler pieces. I am not gonna deny that. They've never done me wrong. Oh, gotta do it like that. I was like, why? Why? What's wrong? The rug. I was like, I could get it for a second, or I thought. Fine, I guess I'll do it like that, because it will not let me put one right here. Guess it's too close to that. I'm thinking maybe just focus on, like, say from here where this is at to here. It bring all this over here over. Let me see. Let me see. So far, this is coming together pretty nicely. There's still a couple little things I want to add, but I'm trying to debate on the sizing here. But let me back out, get on Pegasus, and see what the angle looks like. Okay, so if I want that... I see, I could zoom in like that, but then that takes away the Olympic look I'm going for. So yeah, we'll definitely have to go straight up this angle. Yeah, now I want the flying for sure. Okay, so yeah, about at that fountain like I initially thought. Oh, it won't let me grow out the fencing. That's a little disappointing. Won't let me grow out the fencing. Fine, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And then, of course, we could probably bring this in a bit more. All right. I'm gonna have to back that up for sure. About right there, okay. And of course, we don't need that, but let's grab all of this. Not that. This. Bring that over. Okay, now we brought that in just a bit. Hey, I think I'm too... I forget, when you hop on the horse, it pushes you back a bit. Yeah, if I did something like this, again, not too bad. Because again, we can still see Olympus and all that. All right. We're gonna need my fireflies. All right, roughly about there. See, maybe adding a little bit of texture will also add that pizzazz factor. I'll say, let me grab that one. Why can't I grab that one? Yeah, something about like that. All right, now we need lights. I'm trying to debate if I should kind of trickle them out. Yeah, just get that all right there. There we go. I was trying to grab it the other way, but it's like, no, the fireflies, right? Like, no, I'm not trying to grab the fireflies, but thanks, though. And of course, right where I basically left off at. That's fine though. We can grab this one. There we go. Yeah, hey, I'm just double checking. Yep. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do it that way, which is fine by me. Alright, Herc, I'm gonna need you to maybe turn around this way or something. There you go. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of my companions, because they're just gonna make my job a little bit more challenging. Oh, crap. I forgot, y'all's pockets are full! Trying to think of where Goofy stalls at real quick. Probably down here. I see. Now let's go ahead and just throw in a bunch of gems and stuff. I don't want to necessarily sell the gems that I have because the museum. Okay. Throw that in there. Alright, let's drop some of this food off. And then we'll rearrange and we'll be able to have room. Take the damn picture. There we go. Get that out the way. This out the way. And then the milk. Okay. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we can finally have room. Alright, sorry guys, but I don't need y'all for this photo. Alright, Wonder Boy. Let us go take our photo, finally. Now, I'm sorry there's not much decorating compared to my usual decorating Fridays, but like I said, we spent 2 days working on the Hercules update and all that fun jazz, and I kind of put off putting my dream snap off unintentionally. Yeah, I kind of want more fireflies real quick, actually. I don't know why I did that. like a few more fireflies, get some lights going on, would look really, really nice.
I hope Max is. Good day to you.
Good day to you, Scrooge.
Bye bye now. Good day to you.
Let's buy 6. Being that I know I'm going to use a bunch of these, especially when I start redoing the Glades of Trust. Oh shit, I think I'm supposed to go the other one. Okay, so yeah, let's throw maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just like that. Come on, Herc. Alright, my little wonder boy. I'm gonna probably need you up front. Being that if you're behind me, Pegasus is definitely gonna be blocking you. Kind of want to scoot him over a bit more. And have him facing this way. Alrighty. No, Herc, I need you a little bit further that way. Alright, that works. Yeah, especially if I do it just like that. Beautiful. Okay, so. Hopefully this is a good scene everybody recognizes, and it's the scene where, again, Megara and Hercules fly up to Olympus after he saves her soul and becomes a true god. There we go. Little contrast now. Some saturation, because we do want to make sure we got that nice color going on. Let me warm it up a bit. Now that cools it down. Okay. Definitely want some highlights. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more stuff in focus. Yeah, definitely want some more character lighting. A lot more of that light bloom action. Alright, maybe not that much light bloom action. 5 should do us. I think that would do us all there. Make sure touch and magic is off. Alright, that looks great. I'm a little worried. Alright, let me wait for all the fireflies to get out of my face. Yeah, just like that. Okay. I want Wonder Boy looking at the camera. Oh, too much. Uh, there we go. No, I don't like that either. Damn it! There we go. Yeah, submit that one. That looks good. That looks real good. He's not looking at the camera, but it will work. Yeah, see, it's not, the character placement thing's not working here. Oh, let me try again. Yeah, see, it's not necessarily working, but that'll be alright, though. That'll be alright. We got the picture taken care of. I think it looks good. Hopefully that's good enough for maybe a 1200. I would definitely love a 4K, but I don't see it being a 4K. I see it maybe being 1200. But this looks good though. This looks good. Definitely, it's gonna be fun when we come over here to actually decorate for sure, for sure. Because again, guys, I'm sorry I'm not like actually fully decorating like I usually do on Fridays, but because of the whole Dream Snap thing and me taking literally a couple days to do it, I had to get it done because I haven't got it done and I got inspired. So probably next week when we come back in, I'll be able to at least have a general idea where I want to put everything. But I have to say though, this actually turned out pretty cute. Definitely turned out really, really cute. Very simple, but it's cute. I'm glad though that the little bit of extra pathing gave us a bit more texture. All right, I'll do a little bit of voting today, and then we'll call it a day. All right, let's see. Woodland Inspire. Unfortunately, it's a reading nook, but not really Woodland Inspire. More like Elegant Inspired. This one though is pretty cute. So right. Oh, I like that with the little books in the bubble. A little basic one. Yeah, we'll go right. Yeah. Not really feeling these two, so skip. All right, I see what you did there. I'll give it the left. Okay, you try to do it indoors, which fair enough, fair enough. And this one. I like that. I see what you did there. That's actually kind of cute. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it to the indoor submission. I haven't really voted on an indoor submission. This does give like the woodland inspired because of the wood and stuff. Okay. With the greenery and the flowers, I'll say left. All right. Very simple, both of these, but super cute. We'll go right. Yeah, I'm not really necessarily feeling either one of these either, so skip. Uh, yeah, neither one of these are really hitting the criteria, so skip. All right, cute. And this one's also cute. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a left on this one. Skip. Skip. Yep. Skip some more. Skip again. None of these are reading nooks. Here we go. I don't know. That kind of looks like they put the bare minimal effort in. Skip. The one on the right was really, really nice. It just didn't hit that criteria because there was not a reading nook in sight. Like again, this is a great photo. Not really feeling the reading nook vibes. So skip. Skip again. Alright, what we got here? Okay, kind of threw some stuff about. And this one, not too bad. Little tiny corner for reading, but it's cute. You know, I'll give it the left. Why not? Yeah, both. This one on the left is really, really cute, but yep. All right, we'll do about 3 more photos. Was a skip or a vote, and call it a day. Okay, I like this one. Very basic, not really a woodland inspired. There's that one. But we'll go right. At least it's a reading nook. It's not a forest. That's the problem. It's not necessarily a forest. It's more elegant than anything else. You know what? Skip. Really not fair to give the person that vote when I skipped on the other person who did an elegant shot. Okay. And the reason why I'm skipping quite a few number of these is simply because it's obvious they just threw some stuff about. Like, don't get me wrong, it's part, it hits the tag and the criteria, the bookshelves, the books on the ground. But it really just looks like they threw some stuff about, took the picture, and then walked away. It's not like they actually created the scene or actually, did something uniquely, cool with it. Like this one. This kind of looks like they threw it out a whole bunch of random different bookshelves, 2 seating things, and a tree. They're kind of putting the scene together, but it's not necessarily all the way there, but it is enough that it is, votable. Eh. I guess we can go left. It's not the greatest as far as book nook, but it, like I said, they created somewhat of a scene. And this one's nice, a little nook book with all the characters. Cute, but we'll go right. Alrighty. Fantastic photos. I'm not going to deny that. We've been having some really excellent photos. I've been doing a lot of off-stream voting. I'm not going to deny that. I've been doing a lot of off-stream voting. But I'm hoping with this new voting system where we can now have as many skips as we want, maybe hopefully they'll get a lot more people voting, a lot more than just 10 and then calling it a day. Because I will admit, skipping or backing out after you ran out of skips was kind of annoying, especially when you kept running into random selfies, random selfies, random selfies. Just like, bro, it's not my fault. This is what I'm getting in front of me. But we're a few minutes over, and like I said, we did my main agenda today, which was to basically have the DreamSnap photo taken care of. So let's go ahead and start wrapping things up for today. I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everyone's a fantastic and wonderful night. And guys, don't forget, if you're enjoying my Disney Dreamlight content or any of the other fun, fantastic things I do here on the channel, you know what to do. You know the per-usual drill and all that fun jazz. And hopefully I catch y'all back here yet again for another fantastic and wonderful episode. And guys, keep an eye out. I do have some CSD videos coming out. I hope that it's a good time and a fun time for you guys to watch. Same thing with Little Nightmares. I'm still working on that very adamantly right now. Give me some time. Hopefully by next week I have at least one of those videos for you guys. But that's a story for a different day. So until then, my friends, y'all take care.